Today on CJ Pony Parts, we're going to show you how to add some extra protection to your EcoBoost Mustang to keep it running clean and strong. Modern engines put a lot of oil vapors through the PCV system, especially the Ford EcoBoost engine, which can cause performance issues and even engine damage later down the road. So today we're going to add some extra protection to this 2017 EcoBoost Mustang by installing this JLT oil separator. This is JLT's 3.0 black anodized billet aluminum oil separator for the 2015 to 18 EcoBoost Mustang. It comes with a very high quality billet aluminum catch can that holds 3 ounces of fluid and attaches to your factory PCV system with factory fittings for a super easy install. It's going to keep your intake valves clean of carbon buildup for improved performance and reliability. For more information and pricing, click the link in the description down below. Now let's get to the install. Tools you'll need for this installation: 8mm socket, 1/4 inch ratchet, 10mm socket, 3/8 ratchet, 11mm wrench, and a flathead screwdriver. The first thing we're going to do for this install is remove the engine cover. There's 2 10mm nuts and 2 8mm bolts that secure the cover on. The first fitting we're going to disconnect for the factory PCV system is behind the throttle body on the intake manifold down here. What you need to do is get a flathead screwdriver, kind of lift up this white tab, once you get the white clip off, it may or may not break, but once it's off, you can push the line off of the barb. We have the car up on a lift now. You can use jacks or a jack stand to get to this, but we're trying to get to the second fitting on this PCV hose, which is actually pretty difficult to get to. It's right under the intake manifold up here. So this is the fitting that we're going to be working with. It's in a pretty tight spot. We're underneath the transmission right now, and this is underneath the intake manifold. So just like the front fitting, we need to push up on these white tabs to unlock it, and then detach the fitting. To mount this oil separator, we're going to use the supplied bracket, and it's going to mount right here underneath the strut brace with the provided nut and bolts. Then you can tighten up the nut with an 11mm wrench. We're now going to attach the oil separator to the bracket. You're going to take this longer hose, and that'll run towards the back of the engine, and the shorter hose will go underneath the intake manifold to the fitting here. Once you get the lines ran, attach it to the bracket with the 2 screws. Once the can is mounted, you can pull your hose up, and we're going to attach this fitting to the port right here, right behind the throttle body. Once you get it onto the port, you need to go on the back side of it and push up on this gray tab to lock it in place. So here's the other hose coming from our catch can. All we have to do is connect it to the blue barb coming off the engine. That's where we removed the original PCV hose, and then snap the green clip on to lock it. We're finished with installing the catch can. We can now reinstall the engine cover. And our install's finished. One little tip I have with these catch cans is when you go to empty the fluid, and you dump it out, don't put these back on super tight. Through the heat cycling that this will go through, it can end up getting super tight, and it will be really difficult to get off. So when you thread it back on, just make it snug. You don't need to go crazy with it. If you do, it will be incredibly difficult to get it off the next time. So just make it snug, not overly tight. Okay, we got our JLT oil separator installed in our 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. It's definitely going to help to keep this thing a whole lot cleaner and run longer. I'd say give yourself an hour to do this. The back fitting can be a little bit tricky to get to, and before you know it, you'll be heading down the road. We hope you enjoyed this video. To subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the link right here, and for more videos like this one, click this playlist.